as we get deeper into this schedule now, the NBA picture is starting to develop.
Kev, I love it because the intensity around the league is starting to tick up just a notch. You've got the teams that are very much hitting their stride and the others that are still trying to figure out, hey, what's working for us and what isn't working for us.
So the New York starting five, they've got Jose Alvarado, Anunoby out there with Hart. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Towns. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
The floor spacing ability on display by MP right there.
Pass to Towns. Here's Hart. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
A three from MP. And again, Miami with the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Zador's with his diverse offensive repertoire. Karl Anthony Towns is a matchup nightmare.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the reason being, he's right. He's one of the greatest shooting bigs in history, but the man is a great straight-line driver. Good luck checking him.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, thanks. The Heat knew they needed to add more shot creation, and this summer, they went out and got just that, acquiring Norman Powell, coming off an all-star caliber season with the Clippers, doing so without giving up much draft capital in return, or even a starter. That has to be considered a home run for the Heat.
A terrific addition. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. And here are the Knicks now, following the three-pointer by MP. Towns, the pass to Shamet. Powell with the steal. And here's MP for three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Heat.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down. And really the story of the game.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
Here's MP. OG Anunoby making his last shot.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Shamet, the pass to Towns. Hart outside. To the paint. And Hart throws it down.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
MP outside. Good on the three-point shot. MP's got 15 points.
Boy, he's been lights out. You want to talk about an efficient offensive game. Wow.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Bam Adebayo is now the Heat's all-time leader in double-doubles. Bam said, I want to be number one in some, if not all of these categories. I just have to keep improving and keep chipping away. And then it's just focusing on getting these wins. Back to you, Kev.
Good priorities. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Now, here's MP. 38 points for him last game against the Knicks in New York.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D chills him.
Here's Alvarado. Pass to Towns. Over Adebayo. Towns with the bucket.
How great is he at getting squared up? Towns can do it all.
And here is MP. Defended by Hart. And Hart throws it down.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
MP deciding where to go with it. And the Heat, another three.
Out of their last 5 mates, how about all 5 from long range?
Alvarado finds Anunoby. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. MP outside. And the Heat, another three.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
Anunoby with the screen for Hart. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
MP outside. A three-pointer is right on target. MP's got 27.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Down low. In the corner. Shamet with it. Towns a screen on MP. Takes a step back. Shot clock at 5. Hart, that's good.
Well, what a run here offensively by Josh Hart. This guy just keeping the pressure on with his ability to put the ball in the basket.
Hits the three-point bomb. 30 points in the game.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
They've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's the Miami Heat sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for the Knicks, we've got Miles McBride. Clarkson is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Diawara in a power forward.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Powell sets a screen for Hero. It's Powell on the wing. Off target from outside. Knicks trail by 10. Now Clarkson, he gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Has to Ware. Hero against Clarkson. Shots good by Hero.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Checked in for the Heat. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Here's Alvarado. Scoreless thus far. to the middle. Good, and the assist goes to Town.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
From past the arc, it's rebounded by Anunoby.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Hart the pass to McBride. Hart left side. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Hart's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New York. Hero from long range. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Last time they met in New York.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for Miami. We've been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
Miami leading by 11. And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part.
And so it's the Miami Heat up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back to the action in just a minute.
For the fans, half-court shot, drum line.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
Of course MP's in the running. He hasn't looked like a rookie, and he hasn't acted like one.
Yeah, he seems to gain confidence with every outing, and clearly the coaches trust him. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Heat.
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch for. Does the defense extend to where guys start going inside?
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And Miami shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Adebayo is out there with MP. Then there's Powell. And it's Mitchell. And it's Gardner. Connects again from distance.
And now, for this franchise, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Takes a three. And again, it's Miami with a three.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Hart finds Alvarado. Some nice passing by New York here. And the dunk by Towns.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
The three from MP. And again for three. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
To Hart. Here's Towns. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Adebayo. A three from MP. Good, another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Towns, the screen. Shamet trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Boy, what a frustrating, sluggish start to this half. Brutal.
And here's MP for 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Shamet the pass to Hart. Pass to Towns. Looking to end the run. And the Knicks miss again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And here's MP. Connects again from distance.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. New York calls timeout.
Make some noise once again for your Miami Heat dancer.
Miami on defense. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Towns a screen on Powell. And it's Shamet missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The 3 from MP. And again for 3.
And he shattered the franchise single-season high for three-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all season long.
And the precision with which MP shoots that thing seems supernatural, but it's all a result of long hours, and boy, how about the reps he's put up behind the scenes.
And here's MP for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
And Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks squad, but there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship, and now you evaluate everything.
Mitchell dishes to MP. Three-pointer. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Hart, that's good.
So confident in the painted area. Josh Hart understands how to score inside.
Powell outside. There's 47 seconds left here in the third quarter. Beyond the arc. Connects again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Alvarado passes to Anunoby. Towns the screen. And the shot will not go from Anunoby.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
A 3 from it. Connects again from distance.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the 4th most threes in a single game. Inside, here's Towns. It's stolen by Adebayo. MP has been leading the charge for the Miami Heat. An historic feat during the quarter, launching and making a phenomenal number of three-pointers like never seen before. Only in the NBA. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them
And what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Clarkson is out there with Towns. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. The latter half of this two-game homestand. A different look for Miami. MP comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jonas in for Smith. Hart kicks to Shamet. To the inside. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Ryan was on 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Steps back. And here's MP for three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Knicks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Hart. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Anunoby. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Hero. The three from MP. Good on the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
Out to the right wing. Jonas and the Heat, another three.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment. Good! Another from three.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Hart finds Anunoby. Sinks the triple.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
From the arc. Connects again from distance.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react. And again for three.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Towns looking around. From downtown. That shot missing. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Let's now go courtside and join Jennifer Quintana. Jennifer?
A dominant game by MP, leading his team to victory. MP, you broke 40 points tonight. Is 40 just a number? What does it mean in today's NBA?
For opponents, I want them to know it's a show of force.
Back to you, Kevin.
Hey, thanks, Jennifer. Well,